The only way. The omniverse is constantly expanding. It is filled with gazillions of universes and controversies, each in a constant state of cosmosis and reverse cosmosis, and there are endless galaxies and anti-galaxies, each filled with endless stars and anti-stars, planets and anti-planets, black holes and even white holes. At the center of humanity's galaxy, the Milky Way, there is a huge gaping black hole, which leads to the alternate universe or controverse, which contains the anti-galaxy known as the Milky Way. Now, not much is known about the Milky Way, but many believe that it is full of aliens, aliens who have all been forced to flee the Earth because they are illegal. Also, many believe that there is another huge gaping black hole at the center of the Milky Way, which leads to another anti-galaxy called the Violent Way, which is thought to contain the paradise of all the blind believers of the insanity called Islam. Of course, there is nobody there yet, but maybe someday, if you pray 5 times a day and believe that suicide bombing and martyrdom are glorious instead of the barbaric evil stupidity that they really are, you may be rewarded with endless copulation and fornication, if you are a Muslim man, and endless rape and submission, if you are a Muslim woman. Then at the center of the Violent Way, there is yet another huge gaping black hole which leads to another anti-galaxy called the Chosen Way, which is thought to contain the promised land of the chosen ones who call themselves the Jews. Not that there is anyone there yet either, but maybe someday, if you continue to believe that you are God's chosen ones and that your race is superior to the rest of mankind, then you may be rewarded with your own land finally, and not just more empty racist promises. Then, at the center of the Chosen Way, there is yet another huge gaping black hole which leads to yet another anti-galaxy called the Holy Way, which is thought to contain the place called heaven, where all the Christians and Catholics and Protestants and Baptists and Methodists and Lutherans and Pentecostals and Presbyterians and Apostolics and Evangelicals and Seventh-day Adventists and Jehovah's Witnesses and the Mormons and whomever I forgot are all supposed to share somehow without killing each other again. But of course, there is no one there yet either, because Jesus has to come back to earth again someday so he can separate the good from the bad, and we're all still waiting for that glorious day. Well, not all of us. Those of us who don't believe in any of this nonsense, those with a little common sense who are sometimes called humanists or secularists or atheists or just plain free thinkers, we believe that at the center of the Holy Way there is a huge gaping white hole that finally leads to the only way, another anti-galaxy that leads to the land of enlightenment and reason and truth, the only way out of all the insane, ignorant, violent, racist, hateful, fearful, and absolutely ridiculous religions that threaten to destroy the poor little galaxy called the Milky Way, or at least turn it into the mysterious way where nothing makes any sense anymore, just like the concept of the fictitious, vicious, omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, and oh so omnivoratic fantasy called God. And even though our omniverse is still constantly expanding, if human intelligence doesn't begin to do the same, then we will all become the next dinosaurs of divinity, finally destroyed by our very blind belief in the very God that we thought somehow would save us. So you see, I hope, that God is nothing more than a black hole, so dark it can never be seen, and not even light can escape it. But you can, and you should. For that is truly the only way out of the madness.